Right, your boy has had well, I haven't had an idea. I saw it on YouTube, and it's basically like a pull zoom photo. So you zoom in as you're taking the photo, or you zoom out as you're taking the photo, and it gives this cool blurry effect. And I want to try it on some cars. So there's a car meet tonight. I'm going to go over there, try to get some different style of photos at this location, because I always sort of take the same photos at this location. So yeah, let's go see if we can get some cool zoom effect photos, and then we'll jump back into Lightroom afterwards and see what we got. Huh? You want to do some cool zooms? Yeah, nice. Not too bad. I've only got 16 to 28 Sigma, so I'm gonna have to use that. So it's gonna have to be wide shots, a lot of top-down stuff, a lot of close-up stuff. So I'm gonna have to use that, and then I don't really know what settings I'm gonna use yet. I'm just gonna kind of flag it, and then I'll get back to you when I kind of figure out what settings to use. Right, so settings, I've kind of figured it out. You've got to go with a single shot autofocus, otherwise the autofocus moves when you go in and out with the zoom. So I have to use single shot autofocus. I'm having to go 1 second shutter. I'd like to go longer, but I can't because it's so bright at the minute. So I'm having to do like a semi-long exposure, go F10 all the way up, and because I've got a low shutter, so I have to go F10 to make the photo darker, otherwise it's going to be overexposed. So that's kind of what I'm dealing with at the minute. I wish I could have a bit lower f-stop, but to be fair, it's already out of focus anyway. It's just trying to get that bit in the middle really, really sharp, which is the hard bit, but we'll see if we can get one in focus. Okay, I think I got the shot. I think I've at least got a couple that are in focus at least that I can play around with in editing and try and make a little bit cool. It's quite fun, to be fair. You get some cool shots. I can think this would definitely work better at night. So this is definitely quite difficult to try and do in the daytime. As I said earlier, it's so bright, you have to go so high with your f-stop and not that long on your shutter, which is kind of annoying. I wish I could have it open longer, but it is what it is. I think I got some shots. Let's head back into Lightroom and actually see if this was all a waste of time. Let's have a little look at what we got then, shall we? I've already edited them, so I know what they look like, but I will show you. The first one, this was actually the first shot I took, so I fucking banged this out straight away, because your boy is fucking us on it. And it's just like perfectly framed, like the Porsche is literally perfectly in line with the Porsche behind it, and the Porsche is actually in focus. The only problem was I've got a variable ND, it's cheap, because I cheaped out, all right, calm down, but it gives me vignetting on the top and the bottom, so I had to go around and brush all that off and try to level it out, so I've got this like dark patchy bits in it. Looks a bit shit, so it's a bit annoying with that one. Second one, we've got the Porsche and the McLaren in the background. I don't like it, so yeah. I like the colour of the McLaren, but I hate the positioning. This one's actually really slick as well. So this Lotus Elise was sat there, and it looks like it was in the perfect position to sort of make it look like it's on a road driving through these buildings. So I've got that nice like tunnel. We see that headlight, it's like that tunnel tube coming off the headlight. And again, this would look so much better at night with all those like neon lights coming through, and I won't have to worry about like the sky and the building kind of ruins it, makes it look a little bit less realistic. You could just do a long exposure, but with the zoom, it gives you that 3D extra version of the car on top of the original. And then we go to some of the shit ones. So we've got this Supra sat there. It looks cool, like when you look at it, it all like moves around, it makes your eyes trip out a little bit, but the car's out of focus, the background's too saturated. It's composed weird, I hate it, don't like it. Also the Ferrari headlight, would have been cool if the Ferrari was like sharp, like the headlight was in like focus like the Lotus. I probably should have positioned it like that, but I'm not the driver. I can just be like, excuse me, mate, move your car so I can get this photo. So that would have been better, but whatever. And then again, this GTR one, it's just the location. It'd look better at night. Look at the sky, it's ruining it, too saturated. You can see the vignette coming in, and you can also see how dirty my fucking sensor is. I need to get that cleaned. And then with the last one, which is probably the most subtle out of all of them, there's not too much motion, but there's enough motion to sort of look like it's driving. So that slight zoom out of the lens has made it look like it's kind of coming around the corner into the shot. And this is what is convincing me the most that these would look better at night time, because it's a dark photo. Look at that headlight, you've almost got like a neon strip coming through it. It is obviously the color of the Corvette next to it that's coming into the headlight, but you can just tell that at night with all these like neon lights and like the motion as well, this would look so much better. So this photo is probably my favorite because of that reason. It just looks a lot more cooler. So yeah, what I've basically learned is you shouldn't really do this in the daytime unless you're in a really dark location with loads of stuff around it. When there's like blue sky and shit in the background, it kind of looks a bit shit unless you've got a good ND filter. But I'd call that a success. We still got the shots, we still got the little zoom effect. It was cool to try. Now I know I can do it. So in certain locations, it definitely worked better with a tripod like you're on right now. It'd work better with that because then it wouldn't move the photo as it goes to take it. But if you want to try it, what did I say earlier? It was single shot autofocus I was using. So catch the focus, like zoomed all the way in or zoomed all the way out, catch the focus there, take the photo, do your movement, but then return to where you caught the focus. That's what I was doing to get sharp shots. There's probably other ways to do it, but that's how I did it. And then I had to go F10, F15 because it was daytime. So you probably would be able to go lower, obviously at nighttime, which would probably look a lot cooler. And then I was on a second shutter, which probably would look cooler if I could do like 2-second shutter and I could get a nice slow zoom on a tripod. It would look a lot cooler. But those were the settings I used. Try it out for yourself. Tag me on Instagram if you get any cool shots. I'm definitely going to do some more. I'll use this light bar. I'm going to make a long exposure video with the MX-5, so I will go out with my brother at some point and do that. That'll probably be at the end of the week or next week or whatever. So all the photos you saw, they were all edited with my Lightroom presets, even though some of the photos were shit, but they're still edited with my presets, which are down in the description. The lens I used, plus all the other gear I used, it's also in the description and my Instagram if you want to see any of the other photos I've got. I've got some of these and these that what I just put on my Instagram anyway. But yeah, other than that, hopefully you've enjoyed. Try out the technique. I'm definitely going to try it again, and subscribe as well. We're nearly at 300 subscribers, so subscribe if you like the video. Help me out because I'm trying to get monetized by the end of the year, so I think we should be able to do it. I started in January. It's been like 3 months. Managed to get to 300, so yeah, we're slowly getting there. But that'll be that. See you later.